This video was sponsored by all of the fantastic backers over at Patreon. Check the link out in the description or go to patreon.com/stuffplus to find out more. Generic greetings and welcome back to Stellaris. In the previous episode, progress via war, to be honest with you. The Natraxi star regime thought it would be best to attack us. As you can see from the opinion map mode, they are minus 156 opinions, so they do not like us. So they thought the best way to improve that would be to send a fleet through a massive convoluted jump system and then finally get squished at G Colony 1. We then rebuilt our fleet, sent it back, and then destroyed a frontier outpost, sieged a planet, and then promptly lost our fleet because of the old Stellaris problem of you don't have direct control. So a 10% space station we didn't shoot at instead, plus 1000 generic annoyance points / aggravation points because it is, yes, infuriating when that happens, but hey ho, we'll just have to accept and roll along with it. So, that happened, but we did liberate one of the planets, which I made a bit of a mistake on. This is the Natraxi Council, not as I mistook it for the Natraxi Star Regime. So when they wanted a research agreement, I did not accept it. And to be fair, I would have still said no anyway, because I am going up all the psionic stuff, and I don't want anyone to research up that sort of tree and all the psionic gear. So yes, I do not want that. I mean, I know they don't get it, but they do get a 30% bonus to research it if they do find it in the tree, and I'd rather not give them that because I want to keep that advantage. Anyway, in this episode, we want to try and take out the XD489 Eliminators, which I think are already on. I think they're pretty much on borrowed time anyway. If you look, they are pathetic in fleet power, naval capacity, and technology level, or inferior on the last two, but you get the idea. This guy is pretty much the same on the, in general anyway, and then this guy is equivalent. So this guy, the Democratic Crusaders, are doing quite well. And we've got, as you can see, very good opinions. So we're going to get on like house on fire. But I think we need to go up there very quickly. So I'm just going to start setting my fleet up because I want to declare war and also get this vassalized. Because I actually think that these two guys will probably end up splitting this system in two and getting both of it. So let's just get both of my armies off the ground. I could go ahead, actually, while it's paused, and get some attachments, which is Psi Warriors, which is army damage and morale damage, and get those on there, which is quite good. The dev vlog the dev blog for this week will already be out by the time you're watching this video, but I'm recording it before, so I'm hoping it's about armies. There was a couple of tweets that one of the Stellaris team made, one of the members of the Stellaris team made, about new army things. So now you have a collateral damage modifier, and I don't know what that does. I assume, perhaps wrongly, that it's either going to be you will damage your own forces because of its collateral damage. So if it's collateral damage 50, then they'll take some certain amounts of damage based on that. Or what I actually think it's going to be is you'll damage buildings and you can destroy buildings. So if you send a giant in, like one of those bioengineered Titan things, and it's stomping around assaulting cities, then you're going to end up destroying most of the stuff you're attacking. So yeah, we've managed to get G Colony 3 second sorted. As you can see, it's a fairly decent system. I'm going to upgrade the center ship, the main hub for it, because then we can get all of the better things on here and then we'll move forward. In terms of technology, we're doing quite well. We're currently researching the antimatter reactor, which is 53 months remaining. We're going for the Citadel Faith, but that's currently on pause, and I'll show you why in a moment. And then we've also got the Fortress as well. The reason why that's on pause is, as you can see, we are researching for breaching the shroud. And that allows us to talk to the shroud, and you get certain bonuses. Actually, it's a bit of a gamble, really. The problem we have at the moment is, if we go to opinion map mode, you can see that this guy down on our southwest, the Quapinjaxi, they're at minus 29 opinion, which isn't a massive problem. But it means that I can't really have a defense back with that guy, because then it's more border pushing and it's more problems, and yeah, that would be a bit of an issue. This guy is minus 155, which means he can attack us. Now, we did stop the war with him some time ago, so yes, I can actually declare war against him if I really wanted to. I'm not going to do that because he's probably got a massive amount of defensive pacts. Yes, he has. With the Mandate of Queptia, which is on the top left here, we've got one with the Mirian Star Corp, which I'm not too bothered about. And then finally we've got with the Quapinjaxi as well, so I'm not going to do that. We've now got another war going, which is the Zap Confederacy versus the Eliminator. So I think this is the nail in the coffin for them. I'm going to speed up to max speed regardless of how jerky it becomes, because I need to get in there, well, not soon as possible. And oh dear, that's exactly what I said was going to happen, and it did. It looks like the Mirian Star Corp has managed to seed 3 planets and humiliate the Eliminator. So they will now have Yeah, they now have... actually, no. That's them there, but if I click on the actual planet, I can't see what's there. Oh no, there's still robots, and they're getting disassembled, yeah. So, the XT Eliminator, I think, is dead. I'm going to turn my fleet round. I don't think there's any point in sending that over, quite honestly. Yeah, mark my words, that guy's gone. He's gone. By the time my fleet would get there, I think he'd be dead. My fleet's there. Look at the amount of fleet streaming in there, look. Look at that. That's his fleet. And this is all what the Eliminator's got. 1,000 fleet. That's all he's got in here. A couple of random fighters and such. There's all of his transports. Yep. That guy's dead. That is a dead empire right there. And what about in here? He's jumping more stuff in. That's his home system. We haven't seen what that is. Don't think it's going to matter. I think he's going to go down. 8.1k fleet. Destroying him. Yeah, that's gone. Just for the record, it looks like there's a bit of a mix of weapons there. There's a couple of missiles. There's some lasers and a lot of projectile on that one. So yeah, that guy's gone. That guy's dead. So, where do we look from here? Well, I reckon we get our fleet back. Upgrade it when we can. And probably go ahead and actually, well, we'll sort out the G Colony 3 Seconders first. So this is going to have a Paradise Dome on. This is going to have a... Ooh, nothing there. This will have a energy grid. That one will have a research lab. We can have a mineral processing plant. We can upgrade that. We can give some probably mining networks. Go to G Colony 1. Having a quick look around. Anything that needs upgrading will get upgraded like that. You can see there's a lot of empty squares, and that's because a lot of them migrated over. That's all done. That one can get an upgrade, and that one there. We're currently on +9 food, but obviously we are trying to terraform this one here as well, so that should be fine. Currently on 37 energy, so we need to increase that a lot because, well, essentially we want to talk to the shroud, and the shroud requires 1,200 energy, if memory serves, something like that. It's a lot of energy, and excuse me, today's beverage is just a nice. It's actually a cold lemon tea. I made it cold. I wasn't just lazy and let it stop. Trade treaty with the Cop and Jaxie compact timed out. So let's have a little chat with those. -29 off a trade deal. We'll say, how about some active sensor link? This is before things go horribly wrong. I will give them some minerals to sweeten the deal, and they will accept it if I give them 600 minerals, and that's fine. I'd rather have 600. I'd rather have a decent trade there. I'd rather have line of sight with them, just in case it goes wrong. Means I can see other stuff, so that's fine. So these are apparently sitting around on the edge there. We'll have to say go to the world. Transport ship will do the same thing. Enter the orbit there. Actually, no, we'll probably land it on G Colony 2. Because it's quite large. Yeah, we'll just land it. No reason not to. So that's fine. Yeah, so that guy almost certainly gone very soon. I don't know, though, what it means for this guy, because obviously he's on our northern border now. That's interesting. So the question is, federations now. It's the only one I'm going to go up anyway, but who do I want to fed with? According to opinion, 170, 40... and 130. So these guys really like us. But he likes those as well. Okay, if we can get these 1, 2, 3 into a federation, that'll help. And there's the Eliminator. Star Nation, formerly known as the XT-489 Eliminator, has been destroyed by its enemies. There you go. Gone. So it does mean that actually... Oh, and there's lots of rivalries being declared. So the Mirian Star Corps has declared rivalry on those. Those have declared on those. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of rivalries going around. And now this guy doesn't want a non-aggression pact. Oh, that has altered the galaxy then. That's interesting. Right, we're going to have to start gathering up then. So, the thing is, I could invite the Federation? Acceptance -43, because they're evangelizing zealots. So we're not going to accept that. But this guy... Oh, this guy will. Zapgot Confederacy, Military Commissariat. I think that's right. Democratic Crusaders, Fanatic Egalitarian, and Militarist. Strangely, don't mind us. Even though we are Fanatic Spiritualist. we can have a federation. We're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. We're going to pull the trigger on that one.
Construction complete.
And this will alter things. So, they have accepted the offer. And the Zapcot Confederacy, though straight away, their first action is the Federation, wants to give the Divine Taknor Commonwealth Association status, which means we're not allied, but it does mean... Oh, good grief, I've just seen something. It does mean that we are essentially a non-aggression pact with every member, and I will go with that. I think that's fine. So we'll say yes. I'll unpause it just for a moment. As you can see, my naval capacity is now down. It's 148 of 119, and that's because you lend, I think it's 20 or 25% of your fleet power to this, which is the Federation fleet. So, this is the Beneficial Pact, which obviously we're going to rename because that's garbage. Generic Federation, which is obviously is much better, or at least more apt, and that should be fine. So, we're now at a Federation with them. To have a quick chat with the Union of Zanamar. We can offer association status, but we can't... They're still not going to come in the Federation. Still minus 46, and base is minus 50. If we say offer... let's say... Offer trade deal. Shove a research agreement in there. Get some star charts and everything else. Just get the lot in there. Max it out. Minerals. Instant transfer. There's $1,000 for you, mate. There's $1,000. How'd you like that? Oh, yeah. Oh, they like that. That's gone up a bit. Excellent. Favourable trade deal, and it's going to not go any further. Minus 43. Okay, we'll offer association status, which I think will be unanimously accepted because there's only 2 of us. Yes, that's fine. So voted to offer, and glad to have the opportunity to work with them. Yep, so that's fine. So we do have that. That's good, that's good. Looks like this guy on the left has blocked our ships going through. That is totally fine, I don't mind. So yeah, we expected that to happen. We expected that to happen. So... who else can we give association status? That guy certainly doesn't want it, minus 80 now. That guy, oh, no. We've now got a fortress, which is very, very good. And we've got a couple of options. We've got lots of missiles and things like that, which we just don't want. Don't want to muddy the waters with that. We do have basic fighter and bomber wings, which I think it's about time we do. Go ahead with that one. This guy is the enigmatic observers, which we do actually have open borders with. We sent someone in there. We've got the Mandate of Queptia, which is minus 56 inferior and only a couple of defensive pacts. The Miriams, as you can see, are minus 179 with a defensive pact with those and those. So not really too bothered because they've got pathetic fleet power and technology level inferior. We could attack them. However, at the moment, probably best just to see how things go. So, we will start building probably some research things around here. Move those over to there. You can stay where you are. That's all fine, that's all fine. Just going around here. Couple of upgrades on the go, and then we'll unpause it. Okay. So I think I'm just going to see what happens. In terms of the Federation, you can see we now have a Federation fleet designer, and this will auto-best based on all of the technology level across the board. So we now have the Bastion, which is packed with a boatload of probably my lasers, and then the level 4 quantum missiles. Or maybe that's something I got. But either way, that's the Federation fleet, and, well, rather that's the Federation ship. And I'm going to start building them. There's no reason for me not to, because it's just going to go into a Federation fleet that one of us will control, me or him. The problem that you have now is that if you're federationizing with another player... Oh, who's died? Oh, a scientist. That's a shame. So what have we got? Normally discovery chance. Doesn't really matter. We'll go for that one.
Special project complete.
Right, 1 second. So those have died. We're gonna upgrade the ship to the latest design, then we'll send them to research. Yes, what we were on about. We were talking about, yes, the problem with the federations when you're with AI is that they can make some unwise decisions, shall we say. They're not exactly they can be quite shrewd at times, and they can be quite derpy at times. It's generally okay, but a lot of the time, if you've got, say, two other empires, you know, when it's one and the other, it's not too bad. But when you're outgunned, it can be problematic, especially if you're not. I'm trying to put it the better way, which is obviously my job as a commentator. If say for example there was me and a friend and one AI, you can then overrule them when you're coming to attacking. So say if you want to attack someone that they're known to be inferior, but perhaps for whatever reason your AI likes them, or maybe, you know, it hasn't done the maths properly, then they'll vote no, but you can just overrule them anyway, because it doesn't have to be a unanimous decision, just a majority decision, so you can do that. Whereas if you're just with AI, then it can be problematic. Anyway, going back to this here, after days of being locked in a hypnotic trance, our our physics in the conclave, psychics, that's the one, got the word right eventually, in the conclave of telepaths have finally managed to open a brief gateway into the shroud. So we will now reach into the shroud. The shrouds. So the shroud, unbelievable, strange and unsettling, but also immediately familiar. Anyone with psionic powers will have seen the place in their dreams, though they likely did not know what's in the time. What was at the time? So we can reach in the shroud, 1,200 energy, which we'll do, and then you get you get something. So G-World, the vision is hazy and indistinct, but there can also be no question this is G-World, our capital. The great cities look different yet familiar, even though the obstructing wall of flames and smoke, thousands, no millions of mutilated bodies lit the streets, and all of them generic. The stench of decay is unbearable. Your future, says a voice in red capital letters. Nothing living remains in the ruins. The sky above, massive orbital installations, trailing smoke have begun to slow and inevitable descent towards the planet. We're witnessing one plausible future, or many. Not one of many. It shall come to pass surely as the sun rests. It is your destiny. Now, this is where the shroud gets interesting, because you don't know whether it's it that causes this, and spoiler alert, it can. It can do this. Or whether it's just one of the inevitable results of not accepting it. Either way, the vision ends as quickly as it began. I have three options. Channel the energies into an avatar, high probability of success. Boon, increase the lifespan, medium chance. And boon, increase happiness, low chance. Or exit. I'm going to say channel into avatar. Sending power equivalent to summon an avatar to bring it to our universe simply beyond the current ability channel. Shroud and fizzle. That's a shame. So it was quite a high chance of succeeding and didn't. There's a couple of avatars you can get. I will actually not spoil what they are. Yeah, I know. Sorry, but I think it would be a nice little surprise later on, or we might mention it as we progress on if we don't actually see that again. But they're both good. One of them's ground-based and one of them's space-based, and either way they are both very, very powerful indeed. In terms of terraforming, we've got many, many more years to go on that one, so no real problem there. We are still researching here, that's fine. We do have the fortress though, so I think what we'll do is get the construction ship here. That's a mining station. Where's the nearest construction ship? There. I will send those down, and we'll have a Magnificence class fortress. What we'll do first is check to see what that is. There's non-aggression pacts. The Zafkot Confederacy wants to give the Sathid Harmonious Cooperative, these guys here, for association status. Yes, anything to annoy this guy. What about those guys? Yeah, we'll say those as well. Association status, get it all on there. We might as well. Okay, so, ship designer. It's not a ship, but you know what? We'll deal with it. We have a fortress. Fortrizers. Just packed with lasers, armor, and everything else. That's job done. Sensors. We've got a subsys snare effect, which is FTL inhibitors, and it's also got the sublight speed. So it's got the magnet, essentially, so it'll jump there. So that's fine. What we'll do then is we will build it around about here, perhaps. So when it jumps in, it'll be there. We could build it in the center. You put it right in the center. That's an interesting choice, actually, because it means that if they're in between both of these, they might get shot. Don't know if that's the best choice, though, putting it right in the center.
Our ships have been improved.
I think... tactical decision thinking here. So if it goes in the center, what would happen what would happen? They could jump in there and not be attacked, and they would attack one, not the other. And my fleet could be at either side, and we wouldn't know. If you put it at one edge, then it means you always know where it's going to go, and you can have your fleet around that bit to defend it. Yes, I will put it closer to the center, though, because it means that if I have to jump in, I'm closer to it. But then, would the center not be better? Let's put it there for now. I think that might be unwise. I don't know. I don't know what the technical decisions of that are. Anyway. So, they're all happy. That's fine. We've got a science ship that's now upgraded. So, we're just going to go there and we will assist the research. We now have a Federation fleet. There it is. I will not assign a leader because it's going to cost. And when it moves between your different empires, the lead doesn't go with it. So, that's very important to understand. We now have another tradition. So we've got either habitability increased, which is very good, unity output increased by 5% per maximum, or by Federation member up to maximum of 30. We've got the amount we contribute towards Federation counts as twice for as much, so if you are contributing 20, you get 30 points. I think we will go for unity output, there we go, which is only going to go up 5%, but that's still 331 unity, which is very, very decent indeed. So we'll close all load down. As you can see, minerals, very, very good. Energy, not too bad at all. Would like to terraform this world here, but it's quite a bit of energy, and don't know if we're going to do it. Just going to switch over to opinion map mode and check. Yeah, these guys really don't like us at all now. No, they don't. However, nah, yeah, it is a two-sided thing now. So we've got this guy and this guy, which we could get the War in Heaven kicking off at some point as well. Those are over there. Then we've got 1, 2, and 3. Not in a Federation, but in defensive pacts, I believe. And then the two, well, the couple of ones around here, that one there and one there, that, yeah, that we've got association status, and that's all. So, we can invite the Federation minus accept. Well, look at the acceptance there. Oh, the Zapcot won't take it because they're not going to go to war for someone who is pretty much at the opposite end of the galaxy and only one system with nothing contributing. They're not going to do it. This guy, ooh, they would vote. People would vote to get them in here, but they won't accept anyway. Interesting. We're still going to keep an eye on the Xanamars because we do want those in here, definitely. So I don't know what the best way to do that is. Did we change this, by the way? Yes, we did. We added civics in there, Beacon Liberty, I believe it was. So there's our fortress. 6k, not a bad fortress at all. Seen worse.
Our ships have been improved.
So, can we build another fortress? No, we can't. Not here anyway. So we'll just put it there.
Have been improved.
That's fine. So now, it is just waiting to see what happens. Keep building ships for the Federation. Currently got 2 battleships. We can get the Federation fleet up to about 10k. I won't get up to 10k, but the ally could get help as well. That would be good. What's our maximum? Federation fleet is 16 of 54. Ships between myself and him are 37. And I contribute to... Hang on, that's mine.
Construction
what?
Complete.
Oh, sorry. It shows you my stuff, I think. Either way, that's there. We are
The spirits have granted us new
still building, or yeah, still assembling the armies, I guess. Wouldn't really be building the armies, but we are still putting those together. This is a biolab, and that can become a power plant. Even though it's 3 and 3. Actually, is it worth it? Just keeping it like that would probably be okay. We now have new research, which is basic fighter and bomber wings. Very, very good. We've got some options. So we have impulse thruster. We have cruiser assembly yards. Corps of engineers. Very good upgrade. So military station build cost minus 15% and military station health plus 25%. That's very good indeed. And that's an Empire modifier, so we get it in general. Oh, we got improved strikecraft. I do like the idea of the improved strikecraft, but this one is rare and 25% bonus. Yeah, that's very, very good indeed. Excellent. We're going to go with that one. Okay. Question is, do we want to put another do we want to put another fortress in? And if we were going to put it, would we put it here? I think we would, probably in G Colony 4, because that's where they'd have to jump. So what I'm going to do is get that sent over there, and we'll have it probably in there. Something like that, yeah. So leaders gained a level. That's just one of our scientists. Yeah, they're just on the planet. So that's getting built fine. We'll knock that up a bit. And once our Psi Warriors are done, we'll equip them with all of the Psi stuff anyway. There's Citadel of Faith. That's going to change things a bit. So options are for the Society research. Hydroponics Farm 3, don't need it. Fleet capacity plus 10%, very good. Resettlement cost, ship upgrade cost, and habitability. Ship upgrade cost minus 25%. Yeah, for the 6 months it's going to take me to do that, it's going to be very, very decent indeed. We are probably not going to upgrade that then because we might as well wait. But we can upgrade all of our citadels. Actually, no, we can't. We can only upgrade one of the citadels because I believe it is only on the main world. So we'll say upgrade. No, you can't. So it's only on my main world. And I don't even know what it does. I just knew it was better. So it goes from 9... Yeah, that's quite good, actually. It goes from 9 Unity with a 10% Unity output planet modifier and spiritualist ethics attraction to 12 Unity and 10%...
System survey complete.
Let me pause a second. 10% spiritual ethics attraction... No, 10% Unity output. Yeah, 10% spiritual ethics attraction, and that's Empire modifier as well. Wow. So the Unity, the 10% Unity goes to Empire modifier. And so does the ethics attraction, and then finally you get the 50% ethics attraction on the planet, the home planet. So that's very good indeed. So we've researched a nice new... Good grief. Scroll on here. A nice new reactor. That's very nice. So we've got the 0 point power, I think that's the top end one or the second top. Physics lab, we've got strathamine gas, which is governing ethics attraction. That's just so pointless for what we've got. Gamma lasers, very nice, and then power plant. I'm going to go with the power plant because we'll be talking to the shroud lot, and we do need more of this, and you know, to terraform and such. So more energy is good. So just waiting now for... Oh, we've also got some voting. So who can we vote for? We've got... Monthly Unity. Support them. Don't think they'll get it though. We can double support them.
The spirits
there you
have
go.
granted us new wisdom.
There's the ship upgrade cost. So we'll go for... Ooh. Ecological adaptation. Let's go for that one. That's what one we're going to go for. Allows terraforming of inhabited planets. Might be a useful one. So that guy's now built... Yeah, the station. That's fine. Go back to G-Star. Head there. Unfulfilled promises, sadly, but re-elected. Let's upgrade these ships and see how good they are. Yeah, unsurprisingly, changing the entire reactor assembly out is taking quite a while. We do want to go to the ship designer, though. Check our battleship. The game glitched out a second there. Communication with a group of independent prospectors. They have recently found something related to ancient precursor civilization on G Colony 4-2. Oh, okay. What I'll do then, get my scientist. Where's the closest scientist? They're still exploring over there. So it's going to be that one. And it's going to be Melissa Phillips. Yeah, that's fine, actually. Research. Done. Where were we? Upgrading that, yes. Did want to check the ship design. So, we've got the Shadow and this one here, broadside. And that's changing to an artillery one, actually. So I'm just going to clear the design, autocomplete ship. It's done. That's 1359 and 1359. They don't necessarily give you an indication of how good something is, the cost, but it can help. Damage is a little bit increased on the previous one, but we've got more armor on the other one, but a lot less shields. Okay, so I think the Shadow's a better design. So if I scrap the Victorious, these might get upgraded to that. We'll have to see. Or there might become dead designs. It's not a big problem. We'll just go with the standard one. Eventually, though, we will get an X weapon. And then we will promptly upgrade the fleet with big honking space guns that are big and honking. Which is good. Inactive buildings... Yeah, that's understand. We can understand that. Special project mining base.
Situation log updated.
So, precursors. Track on map. Go to. Reset the project here. So it's a mining base. A precursor one. This is the only one we've done, look. That's interesting. I didn't realise we'd only done the one. Quabbin Jaxi partnership declared Union of Zanimar the rival. Okay. And the Zapcots have declared the Natraxi Star regime as their rival. Yes, they have. And is this guy going to come into our Federation yet? Minus 40. It's getting improved. It's getting improved. When you have like the same rivalries, then it can help.
Survey complete.
Well, it will help. This guy's only got defensive pacts with a couple of others. We could go to war. Don't think I can vassalize though.
Our ships have been improved.
No, but I could vassalize the... Oh, yeah, I can vassalize the Miriam Star Corp.
Complete.
We've done one of those precursor civilization artifact thingies. Didn't do much, to be fair. Give us 150 engineering research. That's good, but, you know, neither here nor there, really. Fleet scope upgrade to 16k, that's good. Do the same thing to the other one. And we'll just keep building Federation ships.
Our ships have been improved.
Back to assist research there. Habitability increase is always good.
Construction complete.
How are we doing here? Terraforming. 600 days. It's alright. That's fine. The shroud is available for a chat every now and again, and you now get a pop-up, whereas previously you didn't. Corps of Engineers done, so that's going to increase military station health and reduce the build cost. Not that the build cost was a lot anyway. Mining networks, more research, robots, advanced afterburners, missiles, other gear here. Do you want to research this? I mean, the problem with researching this is that you start getting problems with it. You start getting bits where it'll say, oh, well, you can have this or you can have that, and then your ships start changing. And but they are weapons. And at the moment, we're not getting the X weapon research, and it's maybe because we haven't got enough weapons researched. So we'll go for that. Not entirely sure how it works. I was told it's like a card system. So the more you research in one way or the other. The hell was that? Ecological adaptation. So the more you research in, say, this one here, the military theory or new worlds, you go towards that one. We've got now climate transformation. When I was terraforming ecologically devastated worlds, so tomb worlds essentially, which is useful. We've got chemical bliss living standard, which we're not going to... Do you want to go for that one? I think we'll go for habitability increase, because why not? So this is... Zevcot Confederate wishes to invite the Union of Zanimar into the Federation. Yes! Two right, yes. Oh, there we go. And we've all changed this brown colour, because this is the Federation.
Construction complete.
And the Traxxi's enter a defense pact with the Divine Commonwealth. Really have they? Okay. Looks like they're looking for... defense where they can get it. I mean, can this guy not invite? Can we not bring him in? Minus 46. Interesting. Yeah. Might be time for a bit of war against him. Then we'll have the Mandate of Queptia to deal with. Inferior. And Natraxi. Well, we've already done them in. Okay. Alright. What I'm going to do... Where is it? I'm going to get a military station up around here. Yeah. Actually, no. I could put it here. Because currently, and it is only currently, the way it works is you need to go to the edge of a system in order to use that jump lane. The next updates, you're going to have to go to these arrows. But if I put it there, it means that when he jumps in, he will immediately teleport there, but then I'm there as well, so I'm not having to travel all the other side. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
The non-believers are fighting amongst themselves.
So then Traxxas Star Regime declared war on him, which means he's now at war with who? Oh, with him as well. Really? So those two are at war. The advantage, I guess, that the Natraxi has is that there's no direct jump lines. So he can't go through. Or does he have... Oh, plus 15. No, he's fine. He's fine. Right, so this guy can't directly attack most of his systems. The divines can't attack the Natraxi. Because, you can see, this is pretty much a split here. But they can go through there because they do have open borders. So they can go through. You see, it's green. Does it change that? Oh, I think it might just show me. Either I think it can go through there. That way. Right. This changes things. This changes things a little bit because they're now fighting a war. Do I or don't I? I think I do, There you go, we're going to upgrade some stuff now and it's going to change to guns, innit? There's a scientist died, sadly. We'll get another scientist. Research speed, just in general is always good. Union of Zanamar wants to revoke the Sathid Harmonious Cooperative's association status. Zapcot's denied it. I'm going to vote no either because I think it's fine. I don't think we want to attack them.
System survey complete.
We've now got the Shroud to talk to. So we'll have a chat with Shroud. So we were never meant to be here, reaching to the Shroud. The concept of time as we know it is alien to this part of the Shroud. What can seem like centuries may equal mere hours or even minutes in the real world. If one knows where to look, it's even possible to glimpse in the future. Precognition was the surest path to madness for a telepath. Medium probability. Let's try it. Okay, green. Limited precognitive connection to the Shroud maintained without risking insanity, but massive influx of probability data is too overwhelming to be such practical use. Still, if a digital interface could be devised to interpret the data, it could potentially be applied to improve performance for our Starship's computers. And it says, research option gained precognitive interface. So if we go over to here, we can change this to precognitive interface,
complete.
which is an awesome piece of kit for your ships. Which I will not do because we'll get it eventually. Incoming transmission. Union of Zanamar wants open borders with us. Decline that. Having the telepaths around can be slightly problematic. Move all this over to there. You can build me colony ship. This guy can't explore anywhere, can he? No, so we'll just say come back and upgrade. And which way is he going through? Through friendly stuff, is he? I think so. There's the space torpedoes. And fusion missiles, 10 months. Now, let's go for improved fighter wing. Let's try and do that. So I'm guessing some of my crews and such have been upgraded with guns. No. No. And no. So I don't know what they've been upgraded with, quite honestly. That's fine. And a trade deal. What trade deal? I'll wait until he sends it again. Good grief, that's a lot of upgrades. Okay. We'll get those before we do anything else. That's all them done, fine. So, question is, do we want to start sending Fleet's out.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
I think I do. There's habitability increase. We're going to go straight for precognitive interface. It's just a really, really good AI, like, computer thing for your ships. Well, I say that. It's not. It still waves into things when it shouldn't, but hey-ho. It is what it is. So we've now got a colony ship on here. I'm going to send the colony ship to this place because... There you go, look, 50 days, essentially. Oh, that's a problem. Damn it. The Divine Commonwealth have just... They will now guarantee the independence of those. So if we were at war against the Miriams, we're going to have to fight those as well. I wouldn't have expected that. I was going to go to war with them shortly as well. Damn it. Okay. We'll have to look for another target. Let's just colonize this world, and we'll say... There.
Construction complete.
And we're starting to colonize. Excellent. So how's our Federation fleet? 40 of 89. I'm just building battleships.
Construction complete.
We've got several battleships in there now. They're all meeting up. Currently 5k. They'll be close to 6 and 7 by the time we're done.
Complete.
That's quite a decent size. That's quite a sizable fleet. So I'm happy with that. How's the war going over here? Whose fleet's this? This is the... Ooh! This is the Quap and Jaxi. 11k fleet. 5 battleships. Interesting. Okay. Declare war. The Zapcot Confederacy wishes to declare war upon the Miriam Star Corp. It'll piss this guy off. And what do I get out of it? So the Union of Zanamar is wanting to seed planet Myria, the main world. It's in Myriak. It's there. So that's who the Union get. Now, Zapcot's declaring it, but this is what they get. Zapcot gets... one I can't see. It's in Madak. There, they get that little bit there, so they'll get all this section here. I will get Destroy the Frontier Outpost. Wow, okay. Well, that's probably going to happen anyway. Zanamar goes for... gets that one there. We get Stop Atrocities for the Natraxi. Ah, if they're doing that then. And then Seed Planets. So, okay, so I get nothing. But we do get a bit of land for these guys. And also well, we have the... not the upper hand, but we are saying we are going to war to stop atrocities, which is, you know, I guess a reason to go to war if there was any. We have to be a bit careful here. I'm giving more land to both of these guys. At the moment, that's fine. What happens when it isn't? They've just gained a lot more land. This guy's already absorbed a big chunk of someone else. We'll say yes, and we'll leave it there. Because we'll have to fight this, and then we'll see what happens. But obviously, there's loads of stuff to fight now. We've got all sorts to fight. See this? We're at war with against him. Equivalent. Equivalent. I've got 16k fleet and he's equivalent. This could go horribly wrong. But we might as well do something. So, we'll leave it there. Next episode, we will see how this war goes. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video and hopefully you continue to enjoy the series. Thank you very much for watching, and also for, as always, the Patreon subscribers to making this possible. Plus one appreciation points. Thank you very much. As always, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.